Welcome back, everyone. So I'm still in this. We're in a new year where I'm kind of thinking about, New Year's series, things I really want you to lean into at the start of this year so that you can actually make this the year that you do claim that work-life harmony that you so deserve. And today, what I want to share with you, and it actually gives you a very specific homework task, super easy to do, but incredibly powerful, was inspired by a question that came in here from one of our listeners on the show, Lisa. And Lisa sent in this question, and it reads, Megan, I need some help. I feel like I'm doing better at planning and organizing my time, but I'm still unable to find time for myself. I still don't feel very rested. I can't remember the last time I took a breath and felt guilt-free. So, Lisa, first, thank you for sending that in. And if anyone else has something specific like this that they want me to cover here on the show, all you need to do is go into iTunes, rate the show, and leave a review. And in the review, you can share your specific question that you would like me to answer, just like Lisa did. So I think that this is timely here at the start of the year, and it ties back to an exercise that I recently went through myself inside of the mastermind group that I'm involved in. And I would just want to frame it with asking you this question. Does your calendar reflect your priorities? I'm going to say it again. Does your calendar reflect your priorities? So I'm going to walk you through the exercise that I went through in this retreat that I was at because it's very, very eye-opening. And this is very similar to one of the exercises that I do inside of my Signature Top program as well. So take a few minutes today or sometime this week and really sit down and ask yourself, what are the things that are most important to me in my life? And I'm not just talking about work or just family. I'm talking about your comprehensive life. What are things that are really important to you? Things that you love doing, things that you're always thinking, oh, I wish I had more time for that. Now, for me, when I walked through this exercise, my business is very important to me. That definitely was on my priority list. I love what I do, and there are certain aspects, and I want you to actually think about how can you granularly break this down. There are certain things, certain parts of my business that are really important to me. One at the top of the list is this podcast, being able to consistently show up here with you every single week. So that's just one small example. Other things that are important to me personally is time with my family every day. Our dinner hour is pretty sacred here in our house. We sit down together, we eat as a family, we talk about our day. Sometimes we play games during dinner, but that's something that's really important to me. Having time to myself every day is really important to me. Now, I'm not talking about, 6 hours spa day, just 20 minutes here and there, very important to me. My dog, my dog is very important to me. Exercise is very important to me. There are so, the list goes on and on, but I'm just sharing a few of the things that come to mind for me when I walked through this exercise. So again, this is not when the step one is you just putting pen to paper, what's important to you. Once you've done that, I want you to go back and look at your calendar for the last 30 days and go back and review all the stuff that was on there. And I want you to do kind of an alignment exercise of, okay, look at the first thing on your list that you said was important to you. Do you see that captured in your calendar, in how you actually spent your time over the last month? If you see that you have time allotted for that, put a check next to that. Then move to the next thing on your list. So Lisa, as you go through this exercise, the fact that you have shared, you're not getting that time for yourself. I'm going to make some assumptions here. I'm going to assume that one of the things on your list of things that are important to you is having some downtime, time to relax, time to refuel, time to do, whatever are those fun, restorative things for you. Well, when you go back and look at your calendar over the last 30 days, I bet you're not going to see any of that time carved out for yourself. And so going through this simple task of making the list of the things that are really, really important to you, and then going back historically, go look at the last month of your life and look at your calendar and ask yourself, is there a match here? Are the things on my priority list in alignment with what is showing up on where I'm spending my time? If it is, fantastic. You want to make sure that you are keeping those same systems and processes in place that are allowing you to have that harmony in your life. Now, if you go through this exercise, as I imagine many of you will, and you see that there's a big mismatch, meaning there are things on that list of what is most important to you that when you go look at your calendar, you're not seeing it represented there. Well, now we know we've got work to do. This work is going to be something only you can do. And we're actually talking through some of these right now this week inside of my top boot camp. So the day that this particular episode is coming out, if you're listening to it the day it is launched, we're on day 2 of my free top boot camp. And inside of this boot camp, I'm actually laying some of the foundations of showing you how you can get a handle of everything that you've got to juggle and bring in all of those priorities in your life and create a system and routine for how you plan your weeks so that your calendar is in alignment with your priorities. So if you're not in the bootcamp, it's not too late to join. Just go to thetopbootcamp.com. You can jump in today. You can catch up on yesterday's replay. You can watch today and join us live for the rest of the week. Okay. But if you have not ever gone through this exercise, it's incredibly powerful because oftentimes we just get stuck in the rut and routine of day-to-day life that we know something's off, but we don't have that clarity of what exactly it is. So going through this exercise is really going to help shine a huge spotlight for you on where the disconnect may be happening right now in your life, on how and when you're spending your time that might have you sitting in that place of feeling like something is off. So this is something I now am, put into my toolkit that anytime I feel like, okay, I'm getting this stuff done, everything I'm feeling like I'm on top of what's going on. I'm not overcommitting myself, but something still just internally feels off. That's a sign for me to go through this exercise again. What are my priorities? What are most important to me? And now let me go look at my calendar for the last month and see, where am I out of alignment? What changes do I need to make moving forward to make sure that I've got that time intentionally prioritized every single week for the things that are most important? So I can't wait to hear what you uncover when you go through this exercise. Please feel free to tag me out on Instagram at Megan Summerall. Let me know what your aha moments are. And hopefully I'll be seeing all of you inside of the top boot camp here for the rest of the week. Have a fantastic one.